I'm making bison skirt steak tacos, melt in your mouth, cooked just perfectly with borracho beans, tortillas, some charred onions, a wonderful charred peanut and chili salsa. There's a lot going on here. First things first, we have 2 beautiful pieces of bison skirt steak. I want to get the marinade going before I do anything else. 3 garlic cloves, 4 Roma tomatoes, 1 onion. What do we want from this? We want to char them. A little oil. I'm just gonna rub these with my hands. You can toss them in a bowl. What we wanna do is we wanna make a pureed marinade of charred onion, charred tomato, tamarind, garlic, and chipotle. Get it nice and charred right there. Chipotles in adobo. Tamarind puree. I prefer to get the Thai brands. They're really good. And we're just gonna let those continue to char. These little babies. Look at that. Perfect. Yes, a little bit bitter, but the other side is raw and cool, so it's nice and garlic sweet, and we'll put that into that bowl. And the reason I'm grilling these onion halves whole is I want that deep char on them, but I still want some of that raw onion in the marinade. So this is why I'm gonna get both of them. With the tomatoes, what I'm looking for is blistering everywhere. The skin's gonna get charred and burn off, but I want the flesh of the tomato to start to char, and I wanna see juices dripping down. And that's how I know I can put it in here, and we're gonna puree that with my immersion wand. While that's happening, set our bean pot in a nice place off fire. We'll be able to scoot coals underneath it. I'm gonna put a little oil in there, just a few tablespoons. I'm gonna add a couple bay leaves, a couple of smashed garlic cloves, sliced serrano chilies. I'm gonna put these into my hot oil. We're making borracho beans. We need lots of onions. These onions, like all onions, have a lot of water in them. The minute you add those in there, prevents everything else from burning. Give those a nice stir. Oregano, cumin, my Mexican seasoning. Cumin, coriander, chili powder, dehydrated lime juice, chilies. This is some ancho chili powder. Ham hock. Smoked ham hocks are available everywhere. Nestle that in the bottom. Pinto beans. I want to leave that big hock at the bottom there. I'm just stirring everything else around it. Let that start to cook. You see that deep char? They're almost drying out. Couldn't be more perfect. Onions, same thing. Borracho means drunk in Spanish. Use a nice light brown Mexican beer. Let that go in first. Add your tomatoes. These are just diced canned tomatoes. And all I want is to wait for that to begin to simmer. Charred tomatoes into our bowl. Onions onto our board. All of that charred, soft, caramelized onion goes into what will be our marinade. And I see my bean pot starting to simmer. And then I have all of my water. Gonna add some salt, pepper. Then I'm gonna pull some of those coals over here and set my bean pot on top of it, and I'm just gonna play that game. Bring it to a simmer, push them back out again to maintain a simmer, and then we're gonna let them cook. Those beans just smell. I could eat that as its own meal over rice. I love those beans. All right, we're making our marinade. Stick blender, immersion wand. Just tap on the tops of your biggest solids. And now the liquid is thick enough. And you can just see little by little, it's just pureeing it. Technically, this is what is called a rocoto. It's a marinade. I've served this as a salsa. I have served it as a finishing sauce. It just tastes so good. This amount of marinade makes enough to take care of 2 or 3 meals. So, refrigerator for 2-3 hours. This rocoto right here, this marinade, gonna change your life. Well, so is the salsa, and maybe the beans, and probably the skirt steak as well. Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. I am checking my pinto beans, which are literally perfect. You want it to stay together, but you also want it to be creamy on the inside. A little bit of salt. I may hit that with a lime in a little bit. I'm sorry, Borracho bean bacon-loving people. You're throwing bacon in your Borracho beans, you need a ham shank. This is shrunk down from the bone. Connective tissue is holding some of this tender, smoked pork. Look at this. I mean, this is just crazy delicious. Do I want those beautiful pieces of smoky pork shank in my beans? You bet your bippy. Then take your kettle, just put it over in the dirt, not on your lawn, and let it sit there. You can see I have a nice raging fire over here. I have some logs in my burn box. I want to take a couple onions. We're gonna put them in the coals, 10 minutes aside, something like that. They're going to be charred and inedible on the outside. And what's left inside is cooked, caramely, toasty, soft onions. Number 2, saute pan. I'm going to make a very spicy peanut salsa, 2 ancho chilies, a guajillo chili, and I cut the ends off because I'm gonna wind up pureeing them after I toast them. I can literally open this up with my finger and pour the seeds out. So I wanna make sure that I've got everything ready to go for this salsa. And here are some arbol chilies. These are very hot. I leave them, as long as the stems are off, I'm fine with it. Oil, onion, chilies, sesame seeds, garlic, you know, we've talked a lot over the years on Wild Game Kitchen about just being intentional. This is one of those times. Our beans are not cooling down that much. That cast iron pot is holding them really, really warm. I just don't want to burn my chilies. I just have a nice medium heat under there. Slowly the onions are caramelizing. And I kind of want to make sure those 2 things are set before we move too far ahead. The last thing that I'm really going to do is my tortillas and my steak. That's just coming along perfectly. It's going so good. I'm actually gonna put some of my oregano in there and let that just season itself on top. That looks perfect. All right, we're just gonna dump that in. Then, to finish the salsa, a little bit of apple cider vinegar, toasted peanuts. Same thing as we did before. Go from the top. And once you've gotten some of this sort of pasty, start to add some water. Perfect. Next, our onions. Just wet a paper towel, take an onion, pull away any burnt skin, and when you feel some resistance, that means it's not papery skin. We want to keep the charred flesh of onion. And you use one of these because it gets all those little bits off. because we're serving these in tacos, I'm just gonna slice them and make a plate for people to help themselves to these charred onions. Look what's ready for us. Our skirt steak. Won't take long, a couple minutes on each side. So here's the thing about skirt steak. It is from the diaphragm. It's what helps it breathe in and out. It's a working cut, so you don't want to serve this rare. You want to take this off the grill when it's almost medium and let it rest. Then we'll cut them against the grain, very thin strips. Hot tortillas, little oil, just warm them through, put a towel on top of them. I think we're ready to eat. If I serve this to you, you would never say, wow, that's bison, or wow, that's gamey. And all you want to do, just get some buffalo down into your taco, throw a wedge of the charred onion in there. Some people like it spicy. Everybody wants a little lime pick-me-up in there. We have plenty of salt. Fresh cilantro. You know what this really needs? Big bowl of beans. Borracho beans, drunken beans. You can just taste that hint of bitterness from that one bottle of amber lager. Mmm.